Reality has hit us hard this day, my friend. All we wanted was the perfect camera. We didn't really know what we were asking for. We didn't really think it through. When we asked for the perfect camera, full frame, stabilized sensor, flippy screen, we didn't realize what we got ourselves into. Panasonic, much like a patient hostage negotiator, listened to our demands and gave us our helicopter out of here, but they rigged it. They rigged it, didn't they? Yeah, let's talk about it.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So you may have noticed that I painted my mother's living room, finally. Knocked out a wall, added a kitchen. And so, thanks to the sales of the Camera Conspiracies t-shirts, we now are independent creatures of the wind, and I welcome you to my new abode. Let us just bask in its glory. Let us bask. I have a plant and a new clipping window. It's fantastic. Those are paper shades. So the Panasonic S1H, first contestant in the perfect camera game show of our lives. And they did a pretty darn fantastic job, I must say. Let's get the obvious out of the way. It's Panasonic autofocus. It was designed by a cat that sees with lasers, depth-seeking lasers. It's not very reliable autofocus. It's almost comical that they're trying to pass it off as working, a working firmware of some sort. It's like if you wanted to buy a stepping stool just to reach into the top shelf because you're a short loser, like myself. You wouldn't buy a unicycle stepping stool and pretend that's reliable, would you? That's what Panasonic does. Unicycle stepping stools. They sell them. I bought 2. If I'm being 100% honest, I actually prefer this system to an autofocusing system. I lied to myself. Immediately I caught myself in the lie. I wish this could autofocus so bad it hurts my heart. But at least it's reliable. It locks off. If I focus over there, I know it's over there. Yeah, I got a watermelon on my floor. I have no shelving units. And then I focus on myself. It's like, alright, we're good. It's locked there. I have to stay here like I'm in prison. Well, the light just came and bounced off the brick wall. Did I get warmer? This is a nightmare. My new apartment. Oh my god. Unless your entire show is based off doing this. Just go fuck yourself. I ain't watching that shit. I gotta be honest with you, that's somehow turned into a pet peeve of mine. It just annoys me. People are doing it all the time. They're just like showing everything. I was watching a Tony Northrup video last week. I love Tony Northrup and Chelsea, his sidekick of life. I love them. Like, I have nothing negative to say. I watch most of their videos. But there was this one, I don't know what he was doing, but he just kept doing it. Everything. He just was showing it. It was so irritating to watch. It was like, oh God, stop it, Tony. Stop it. Stop this. Just hold it up here. I don't need to see it so close, and the switching of the view. Do you want cucumber ASMR? So I'm somewhat okay with Panasonic autofocus. It's a locked off decision that you can't move on from. And it's okay, it's doable. It's a workable cripple. It's not like oh shit. He's close. Oh, he's really, yeah, that's... Alright. Just compliment him and I'm sure he'll move on with his life. I heard quadruple pixel autofocus is gonna finally blow Sony's autofocus out of the water. Doesn't work above ISO 800. You're getting a lot of bad karma for this. So let's be real, if I had the Panasonic S1H right now, I don't think there's anything that could beat it. There's nothing. Not even in the horizon timeline. Frickin' perfect. I would tap on my face. We'd have the glorious background. You wouldn't even know those were cupboards. You'd be like, what is that? Is that a secret room, a dungeon? How many people are trapped in there right now? Help them. Help them. And you know what I just realized? You might not even need that remote. I believe Panasonic Tap to Touch autofocus works on a delay. You can touch where you want it to focus and then move in. Oh, it does do that. So I could tap again. And we're good. I don't need the reach, even though I'm right here. So even though we wish that Panasonic added triple pixel autofocus, they didn't. And this is honestly more professional. Locking off manual, that's what the pros do. They freaking dial it right in there. Oh, no. Eyelash in, eyeball out. So basically in the S1H we have the perfect camera. It's full frame. It's stabilized like a GH5 level. Like amazing. I don't know how Sony, their A7 III, terrible, but better than their A6600 stabilization. How? It's the smaller sensor. We fumbled it. We're used to holding big plates, dinner plates. A lot of people don't know that most of Sony's executives were busboys in their youth. And they were in charge of carrying the plates, and they used to break a lot of dishes. A lot of them were reprimanded pretty hard by the owners. And they learned to quit their jobs because they sucked. They sucked at it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Here's the problem though. We have the perfect camera. We didn't know what it would look like if we asked if somebody could actually genie together our lamp demands. Like, that's it. Holy shit, that's a giant camera and expensive as shit. We were just wondering, like, what is it? Okay, we want full frame sensor, stabilized, flippy screen. Autofocus, we don't need it. We don't need it. I was researching earlier trying to find the true weight of the Panasonic S1H, and I found a study that tried to weigh the camera, and they had a scale. They put the S1H on a scale. It took 11 kittens to balance it out. So it weighs 11 kittens worth. That's what we weigh them in now. Russian blues, of course. The camera's basically too good. You got carried away with it. It's like, oh, okay, 6K. I think, does it do 6K 60p? What the hell? Who? When? When are we gonna use that? How many kittens? I don't need this crop and zoom show and panning left. Oh, look at the freedom I have. Oh, look at all this. This is fantastic. My show's on another level now. What was I before? Before I had this? I film in 1080p, and if I crop in, I look like an 80s game show, and I'm fine with it. I don't give a shit. I do not need 6K. I do not need 4K. Give me 3K, I might consider it. It's just so heavy and so expensive. I wouldn't feel right for this show, even though we're in a new palace of a condo. It's an apartment. There's no elevator, but I'm happy. Yes, I can see into my neighbor's kitchen. The brick wall is less than 7 feet away, but I'm happy. I love this place. It's only $1,600 a month, so that's hardly anything. It's a deal of the century right there. I asked to pay more. They wouldn't take it. I can't guarantee that Panasonic had a boardroom meeting to create the perfect camera to spite me, but the rumors are out there now. Alright fellas, I've had enough. I don't know about you guys. This camera conspiracies prick making fun of our autofocus. It was designed by the cat with lasers for eyes, and the blind rat developed it, so they worked together on it. It's not so bad. Let's show him. Let's show him who the best camera company in the world is. What should our next camera be? He made a lot of unreasonable demands, boss. We can't really do what he asks. Nobody can. It's full frame, stabilized sensor, perfect autofocus, flippy screen. What? We gotta take out something. We gotta cripple it. You okay, Tony? That just came out of nowhere, huh? Do you have any other ideas? Okay, whatever. He's dead. We move on, fellas. We move on. Tony was a good worker. But we'll make this camera ourselves. We can do it. We'll put everything he wanted in there. Every single thing. Even our secret time of flight autofocus that Samsung let us use. Should we put that in there? No. I don't want it. Then that'll be a perfect camera. I want a good camera. Let's make the good camera. You're right, boss. That's why you're in charge. He loves that remote that he focuses with, so let's take out the autofocus and we'll make a $75,000 camera that weighs 97 kittens. He'll buy it. We'll have to lend him the money, but he'll give it back. So I don't know what to think about this. It's the perfect camera for me. I want it. I do want it. And with their Sigma relationship, I have a newfound loving heart donation for Sigma. They do make quality glass. It's heavy, but my tripod doesn't give a shit. Nor do I. In here, I wouldn't vlog with it. You vlogging bitch? No. But for in the studio where weight doesn't really matter, Sigma heavy glass, sign me up. 20mm f1.4, dare we dream? That's basically what we'd have here, slightly blurrier background for $75,000. Honestly, in Canada, it's $6,100 Canadian. That's like 77 cents American, but that's more, I can't. No. For that price, I could buy 6 A6400s and have 5 of them in a loop with elastic bands holding the center one as stabilization. What just happened to the whole exposure, the white balance, the brick wall, the sun went down? Help me, somebody, help me. I'm confused. I suck at life, my job. I don't know what I'm doing. So we have to change what we're asking for now. No longer do we want the perfect camera all in one. We want 2 perfect cameras. One for outside vlogging, one for indoors. Heavier one indoor, no stabilization. GH5S version, full frame, boom. And then out in the street, little micro, tiny sized. Amazing stabilization, flippy screen, autofocus, maybe. Somebody's bound to do it. It's a 2 system tier. Panasonic tried to roll it all into one, and we see where that got them. Heavy, big, expensive, and that's not gonna fly. Not for YouTubers, even though we can afford it, because we make more than your parents, and we don't deserve it. But we bring joy to people's hearts, and so we do deserve it. It's fine. So I think we're done. We're done here. What do you think? Is it the perfect camera? If you can manual focus tap dance your way through life, it might do us. So let me know. And thank you for buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt so I can afford a Panasonic S1H. I wouldn't buy it. It's too expensive. I want it. Even if I had $7 million, I don't think I'd buy it. Maybe I would. I pre-ordered it. I'm gonna leave. Sorry if everything's echoed now. I have no furniture. We'll get there. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in the next one.